All right, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. Another edition, another day, another potential dollar. Late night on base. I'm your host, Bill the Bull, the man with who's loving peptides. Baby, let's go. If you guys don't know about peptides, secret sauce, dog. When you're in your 40s, highly recommend it. I do not care if you think I'm lame. I like it. And dude, red of summer, baby. Red of summer. Red of summer. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to everyone. Already have 146 people. Appreciate you all. We've been cooking, man, the last month or two. 2 months, actually. First of all, by the way, this episode is brought to you by Swapper Out. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor for the month of May because they have been great. This is our last show together while we're cooking. We have a really dope sponsor for the next month in June. We'll talk about that probably on the first show. But this is the last episode that Swapper Out is presenting. If you guys haven't done so already, download the app in the iOS store. It is super dope. Basically, you log in every day, you have free money, trading competitions, they have all these assets, and you compete and win real prizes. So super stoked for them. They're the first sponsor on the show, and I got a special place in my heart. No Diddy for them. Also, want to give a shout out to yeah, that's right, son. Nam, what up? Peptide maxing. Yeah, baby. You gotta get on those peptides, man. I know we've been talking about. And today's gonna be a cool show because we have D, a co-founder from Zora, and I'm excited for that one. Shout out to them. Last year was so fucking fun. I know a lot of people did not like Critter Coins. I liked it, and I'll tell you why. Because I hit the top 10 of that. So your boy liked it. So I'm looking forward to that one. Unfortunately, Creator Coins kind of went to shit, but neither here nor there. We'll talk about what Zora's up to. But Nam was actually a big time Zora guy. That's how I actually met him. He invested in my coin, invested in a bunch of different ones. So shout out to Nam, and looking forward to seeing his app develop. He's also creating an app. Want to also give a shout out to the people in the arena. I am first episode, baby. Let's go in the arena. Now, the arena is like an Avax thing. And most of you guys who followed me last year, it was just strictly base, right? Late night on base, blah, blah, blah. Your boy ain't only base anymore. Okay. I want to repeat that. Late night on base is not only base. Late night on base is for all of AI apps, tech, on chain. Doesn't matter where you are. Your boy needs to progress. So Avax really is interesting to me because I feel it's a really cool chain. Like an electric community really is diehard. Obviously, number hasn't gone up, so people are like, whatever. But I like Avax because they've kind of shifted to an institutional kind of investment where it's like they're focusing on these big companies coming on. You can't teach that, right? So if you get attention from those people, they're going to come on. The trenches will eat at some point. So I'm looking forward to implanting myself in that ecosystem. So shout out to the arena. You guys will be seeing me a lot Monday through Thursday, noon PST. I'm here. But yeah, man, listen, forget about me, my opening monologue, whatever. Let's just bring out a king in Zora. His name is D. D, welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
Thank you, dog. Can you hear me? I'm doing well.
Bro, loud and clear, loud and clear. It's kind of cool because like I actually interviewed, or you guys had Zora TV and your co-founder. What is your co-founder's name? The other guy, the co-host?
Oh, of Zora TV, it was Jay.
Yeah. So I interviewed with Jay, and it
Yeah.
was super dope. How is he doing, by the way? Is he still with Zora?
He's not, unfortunately, but he's doing pretty well. He was the face of so many great videos, helped us to put out some amazing content. Obviously led Zora TV. We're still carrying that mantle now with all the content that we're making on Instagram and putting out on TikTok and what you're starting to see on Twitter as well. And so, yeah, we're still carrying the torch for him, but he's no longer.
Awesome. Well, super dope. Yeah, I hold on, let me show you some love, baby. Live with D from Zora. Come on
Thank
now.
you, thank you, thank
I can't
you.
be having a stream without shouting out my
I feel
guest.
like I was on most of the Zora TV streams, but I think I missed the interview specifically with you.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
this is actually our first time being on live together, which is kind of fun.
Exactly. And it's a pleasure to connect, man. I've been a fan, man. I'm actually one of the few, and I want to get into Zora and just like kind of like the
Mhm.
direction. But I actually like Zora, man. I loved it last year. It was fun. I might be biased though because I hit the top 10, but it was a fun time.
I was gonna say a lot of people who had success on Zora tend to like Zora, and there were a lot of people who did have success. I think we paid out. The protocol paid out like over $15 million in rewards to
Bro.
creators in the
Yeah.
last year, which is crazy. And Creator Coins did like over $1.6 billion in trading volume, which is also wild. And so
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people who still love Zora. I'm one of them. You're one of them. We've got a lot of creators who are still showing up every day. There's a few thousand people who use the app every day. Tons of people who are posting. Volumes are obviously a little lower, but yeah, the love is still there for sure, and we're still building.
That's dope, man. So let's talk all things Zora, because I think it's dope that you came on, because I think
Yeah, you almost
Zora
baited
has
me into coming on, man. I feel like
I did.
you hit me
But
with
hey,
the clock, the timer.
hey, bro. Hey, but it worked. It worked. It
Yeah, here
worked.
I am. Here I
Now
am.
here you are, and now we connect, and it'll be easy. But and so I wanted to give you a shout out, because I know you're busy, and I know you don't do too many of these interviews, so I do appreciate you coming on.
Anytime. Should do more of them.
Absolutely. So the Zora community, it's hit or miss, right? It's very polarizing. There's people who hate it, honestly, but there's people who love it. Very few in between. So why don't we just start with the beginning? What is Zora up to these days? Because ever since the creator coin kind of died, and you guys went to Solana, you did something there. Now you have this like agent. What's the focus on Zora at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we're still building what we think is the best consumer mobile app experience in crypto. We're still building a social app. We're still building on top of our market model, which helped to pioneer creator coins, as well as the pairing model, which helped to pioneer posting and creating content coins as well. And so we're still iterating on the app. In fact, we're actually seeing a lot of success in onboarding people from TikTok and Instagram into the app. There's a lot of creators who are still showing up and posting, who are excited to trade. And we're trying to elevate the experience by adding in some new enhancements, or sort of net new experiences around the Zora agent, which are just going to amplify what you're able to trade, what you're able to post, how you're able to engage with the app and the community overall. And so, we kind of had a little moment with our Solana sort of exploration, but found ourselves back at our roots with our mobile app and our focus on building an amazing consumer experience for people to explore and discover amazing content creators and trade these markets. And so, we're back to sort of business as usual, if you will, at Zora.
So I know you guys did the decision kind of go to Solana. Now is the focus kind of like multi-chain everywhere? Are you kind of focusing more on the base community, still Solana? Where's the attention at?
Yeah, I would say we're a little less focused on like the network being a determinant of our success. Obviously, we're still built on base. We don't currently have any plans to add another network into our mobile app or into the consumer experience. That's not really where we think we're going to move the needle. We plan on adding into the app experience itself versus at the chain level. And so we're still on base. We don't have any plans to add a bunch of networks or sort of expand out in that way. We plan on growing for a new consumer base, which feels like it's agents, and integrating them into the experience that we have today, versus trying to expand by going to some other network.
Makes sense. So now, yeah, obviously, agents have dominated 2026, not just in crypto, obviously in the equity.
Really, like Q4 2025. I feel like that's when we first got OpenClaw and Opus 4.7.
Yeah, and then absolutely, and then actually in January, the whole Moltbook run on Base kind of solidified Banker and that whole ecosystem. So now so explain to me, how do you view this agents, I guess, on Zora helping the people on the platform? What do you see as the net benefit of this agent that's there to help you for the creators and the individuals coming on to Zora?
Yeah, I guess first off, like agents are an inevitable consumer group in crypto. You're either building for agents as the new consumer group, you're building for institutions, or you're building stable coins, perps, and prediction markets. It's like one of those three things. But it feels like agents are inevitable, and onboarding agents and giving them profiles and giving them the opportunity to participate alongside people just feels like this net new, fresh, kind of crazy experience. What are the benefits? I think, right now, today, people are asking Zora agent, hey, what can I trade? Hey, what's trending? Hey, what can I post? Hey, what themes are hot today? What creators can I discover? And so they're using it somewhat as like a top of funnel guide, as well as a companion to elevate their overall experience in the app. But I think, where it'll go from here is going to get crazy. We've got our CLI, which we actually launched before Zora Agent, which allows anybody to have their agent sign up to Zora, or onboard to Zora, trade, discover all of the markets that we have available. And so that's available for anybody and their agent to experience today. We built Zora Agent on top of that CLI, so it's going to eventually have the ability to take more actions for users. And so you'll be able to actually be doing things on Zora just directly from your DMs with the agent. And then make it easier for other people to bring their own agents to Zora and have them on board and have a first-class experience, if you will, on the app.
That's lit, man. I think that's the direction we're going. Obviously, those that, I mean, actually a very interesting direction. So am I correct in saying that potentially Zora will be able to have profiles for agents to come and create their own stuff?
We want to make it easier for agents to, participate on Zora. And so, yeah, that's like we're currently chewing on something along those lines. What's crazy is like, if you actually go back to this time last year, we have a heritage of having agents on Zora. And so shout out to ZXBT, AI Beeple.
Yes.
That profile on Zora actually ran up to like $14.3 million at the height of its market. And it wasn't the only agent that was on Zora, posting on Zora, engaging with Zora, as well as finding market fit. Traders liked it. The community liked it. The content was actually getting traded. So this feels like a continuation of sort of a legacy or some heritage that's already existed there. We're just trying to make it a little bit easier. And we started, like I said, with the CLI. So it's not like this is completely out of nowhere. We started with the CLI. We've been dog fooding the CLI internally with our own agent. We've been developing that. And now we're rolling into something that feels like it could be impactful for, the broader agent economy overall.
I mean, just thinking about it, and this is the first time hearing about it, I think it's a really big opportunity for you guys, especially because you guys have experience in it and you guys have a social platform. Look at what Moltbook did. Why did it do so well initially? It was like the Reddit for agents or something where people just talk. But you're right, the XBT or whatever that was, I remember that time frame, and it would just post like random pictures that it just drew on its own without human interaction, which is pretty lit.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like AI Beeple, which I thought was really dope. Exactly. But what I'm most excited about too, I guess, like this is a good point here, is like, I'm excited to see both of these entities, like people and agents, kind of coexisting and interacting with one another. Like that's what I'm most excited about. I think I tweeted the other day, like, keep the internet alive. Like I don't want it to just be a bunch of agents and like it's just agents talking to agents and agents doing agent things. Like I actually think having this experience where you have both agents and people feels like the net new thing, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, no, the innovation that's finest. Quickly, shout out to the 2,400 plus people tuning in live late night on base with D from Zora. And again, shout out to the arena on Avax, baby. I mean, you guys are popping in that chat, so I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are stuck with Monday through Thursday, baby. I will be on the arena on X, on YouTube. We're all over. All right, so D, now let's circle back. Obviously, Zora is on the cutting edge of things. There's no denying. Haters can say whatever they want, but they can't deny that you guys are innovative. Not everything hits success. We get that. That's probably market fit. But you guys are on the cutting edge of things, and you guys deserve credit on that. Now, I want to circle back to the creator coins, and I kind of want to get your input as to what went wrong. Do you think, obviously, there was a huge run up, and it was great, but obviously it just faltered. Do you attribute that to maybe just being a little too early? Do you attribute that to maybe not enough communication on your part? Where do you think creator coins went wrong?
Creator coins were a success. Like I said earlier, $1.6 billion in trading volume, over $10 million, maybe $15 million paid out in rewards, onboarded creators of all sizes, people as big as Nick Shirley, people as small as I Love Molly, long tail creators earning hundreds of dollars for posting. And then traders getting an opportunity to do something they hadn't really done before, which is to speculate on high quality content creators and to support them in a way that could advance their practice, and as well as, create a mutually beneficial relationship for them as they advocated and promoted and distributed what that creator was doing. And so I don't like to think that it didn't work or went wrong. I think that there was some momentum that was lost in the fallout of sort of the base.
I think let me rephrase. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it was a failure. It clearly was a success. People got paid real money. There was excitement on base that was, hasn't been out there in a long time. I guess my question would be, why do you think momentum is stalled and it hasn't picked back up?
Yeah, we're starting to see it pick back up a bit. Why it stalled? I mean, if you rewind to October of last year, right? I mean, you had a confluence of multiple events that happened. You had OpenClaw and Opus drop And so it's kind of like the beginning of everybody getting one shot on AI. You had 10-10 in the global or sort of macro crypto environment. And so literally all of crypto got nuked. And then on top of that, you had teams like Base and Coinbase, as well as others, reversing their posture and positioning on their excitement around this like specific asset class. So it's like the confluence of events around all of that was just insane, you know? So the headwinds were pretty intense from October through January. And then coming into February, you know, we do the Solana experiment, which I think kind of takes the wind out of any sales that are left for creator coins, and it kind of falls out a bit, you know. But I think up until October, 10-10, everybody getting one shot by AI, like everything was like, oh man, this is kind of crazy. I remember being at home over Christmas in 2025 and seeing Nick posting and making like $250,000 or something like that, posting on Zora, launching his creator coin, on some gassing it. I'm like, that, like up until the point of like what feels like somewhere around like the sort of Coinbase departure and us making the Solana move, and then literally everybody that's in NFTs, SocialFi, or the 2021 or 2022 cohort basically dying or giving up. Like it was like all momentum was lost, you know? And so I think it's like not just a matter of like creator coins specifically suffering, but like fuck, most of crypto has been struggling basically since October of last year.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can point to any launchpad or charts, and like in a lot of cases, they all look the same.
No, I mean, I give you that. I think the only thing that's really been somewhat pushing, I've said many times, and I say it, if it wasn't for Banker in 2026, Base would be a ghost town, dude. Like straight up, the AI meta.
Yeah.
Base, I mean,
shout out Deployer, man. Like that guy just.
Shout out to him.
He continues to push through FUD, hate, doubt, shifts, changes the whole thing, keeps a strong opinion, ships excellent product. I think even in the fallout of like all the Clanker stuff too, like just kept going. So yeah, I do think it's admirable. And Base has always had an affinity for the AI stuff. Like part of the reason people hated Zora for so long in the Base community was that we were taking some amount of attention or shine away from the promising green shoots of the AI community. You could say it's Venice, you could say it's Virtuals, you could say it's whatever it was. It was Clanker. Like those tribes were very, very defensive of that territory. And so I think there was a bit of like, it was hotly contested in terms of where the sort of Eye of Sauron from Base could be shined, you know, and like I think when it was shown our way and didn't exactly go the way people wanted, obviously people were pretty upset. Took attention away from the AI community, which has felt like, you know, Base's stronghold for quite some time now.
Yeah, I think Zora was a byproduct of unnecessary hate because of the attention that it started with Base and Coinbase and how much love they've given to creator coins. And I think a lot of people just equated that you guys were getting all the attention and it's taken away from their
all he did was make people tons of fucking money.
I know.
That's like all like in every permutation of Zora's product, be that the very first physical goods we were selling or NFT marketplaces and auctions, or open editions or creator coins. Like we've always built what felt like positive sum models for the users to make money, you know, be that a trader or a creator. And so, yeah, I was thinking about that before I came on. I was like, man, the hate that we got was just, whoo. It was very, very, very Twitter-esque.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think a lot of it stemmed from how it was just pushing creator coins down people's throats. And obviously bag holders of different communities, memes and stuff, they obviously weren't getting appreciation and love. So it started with that and kind of like the byproduct. But like I said, with you guys, I've had nothing but good experiences. I'd say the only thing, and I think that's something that you're showing now, is maybe the lack of communication in the sense of like, I think there's rightful things like, you know, with Nick Shirley, there wasn't enough attention being put on that. But communication stuff aside, I think you guys have been a net positive because you did change a lot of lives and you help people get discovered, which is a good thing. Do you think, like for me, I like creator coins, forget about the monetary thing. I think the aspect of being able to create something that allows your fans to participate and make money, it's a new asset class. I like it. Do you foresee maybe when the market kind of turns up a little bit that more attention will be diverted back to the creator coin avenue?
Definitely. I think markets overall are going to have a moment. Like obviously clarity is struggling to get past this year. Maybe we'll see it get past in 2027, but I think you could see an overall embracing of markets post clarity, similar to what you saw with embracing of stable coins post genius. And so if we look at what just happened even yesterday, right? Like Cash App launches stable coins built with Circle in the Cash App mobile experience. And it's like a lot of that stuff has probably been in the hopper for a minute, but like once you get legislation passed, it like makes it very obvious that you can do this. I think the same thing is going to happen probably post clarity, and there's going to be markets across surfaces that we didn't expect to see markets in, including surfaces that serve attention. And so I think that's going to be social networks. I think it's going to be DM interface. Like I think you're just going to see markets start showing up in so many more places than they do today. Once we get that passed, you're already starting to see the murmurs of it, where it's like every sports book is building a prediction market. You're already starting to see like inklings of it, where it's like all of the incumbent socials are now also integrating, stable coins. It's like they're a click away from also having markets. And so I do think that markets as like a fundamental shift in how we weight our attention is going to persist. And like, that's going to be applicable to creators. That's going to be applicable to individual pieces of content. It's going to be applicable to trends. It's just going to continue to be applicable across the entire spectrum of social experiences and engagement. Even more so as people start to flee the like sort of crazy algo driven shit that we have today, And you're starting to see like some like, solutions to people's algo fatigue, where like Twitter is launching the ability to create a custom feed, or, Instagram is doing the same thing. I think there's a very viable future where the market is the algorithm. Like Zora is a social network where the market is the algorithm plays out to be true. And the algorithm is actually the sort of market metrics and movements that are helping you to discover what's valuable to give your attention to. And that might be a profile, that might be a post, that might be an agent, that might be a trend, but the experience will feel very familiar in like a social rapid.
I mean, well said, dude. And you can tell you've been in the game for a while, man. Like your knowledge of markets. How long have you been in crypto for?
Oh man, I've been in crypto since I was running a Geth node on my laptop in a studio in Oakland with no furniture. And so that's like,
oh baby,
I think that's like, it's probably coming up on like a decade or something like that now. It's been a minute. And I mean, Zora's been around for almost 7 years. Yet another thing where I'm like, it's like, were
you there in the beginning? You're co-founded in the beginning?
Yeah, the very beginning. Day zero. I remember when this thing was just a Notion doc. And I was doing biz dev out of a Google sheet, and we didn't have any creators. Nobody knew what we were. Crypto was still stigmatized. We were helping people set up their EOAs and MetaMask wallets way before there was any privy and sort of smart wallet architecture. The whole thing, man. Wild experience. And again, like we're still at it. We're still trying to build valuable experiences for people to people to participate better on the internet.
And I think that's one thing that you guys, again, deserve credit for all the hate you guys get. One of the things that I think is really admirable, two things. Number one, you guys have been building since God knows how long. In crypto, 1 year is the equivalent of fucking 10. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if the ups and the downs you guys do. And then number two, you guys are willing to kind of reiterate and kind of go down different paths. If you see something not really working, because I think you guys used to be like an NFT platform or something of that nature.
Yeah, we've pivoted so much they won't let us launch features without them being pivots.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a Kobe Bryant pivot foot was the joke I used to say internally.
That's hilarious. But yeah, that's dope because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with pivoting, because if the market decides it's not working, what's better than just beating a dead horse is trying something new, and innovation and experimentation is the name of the game. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. My last question is to you, D, before we wrap it up. And this has been a banger episode, over 4,400 people tuning in live, late night on base with D from Zora. Talk to me about the live streaming. I know, obviously,
man.
I'm live streaming. I love the feature on live streaming. I remember at Basecamp, actually, we didn't cross paths, but I was at Basecamp too. And Jesse was saying Zora is going to be doing it. And you guys did it, and it was a success. What was the streaming experience like for you guys, and why'd you guys end it?
So for what it's worth, we still have all of the functionality. We've just kind of tucked it away behind a feature flag. So I'll just be completely transparent. If you wanted to, we could turn it back on. But it was two things mainly. It wasn't really getting all that much traction. Like we found that the people who we expected to stream actually just loved posting on Zora, and the few streamers that were streaming a lot on Zora weren't getting as much market activity as we had initially anticipated. And so I think it would have required a little more nurturing and love that at the time we just didn't have the resources to allocate towards. I love streaming. Like, personally, I love streaming. I love streamers. Like, I want us to bring it back, but like the timing has to be right. The appetite has to be right. I think the sort of adoption has to be right. And that was a case where we just didn't really see it like taking to the app the way that we thought it would, you know? And we don't think that means streaming will never be a thing, but at that time, it just wasn't really hitting as like, it wasn't finding fit on Zora, to be honest. And like, I wish it did at the time, because I personally just love Zora TV and I love streaming and I love these kind of conversations, and the sort of rawness of the whole thing is like very attractive to me. But yeah, it just didn't really find fit in the app. And then when you have something that doesn't find fit in your app and you don't remove it fast, it creates bloat. It's hard to maintain, might wind up being a reason that the feature doesn't work or breaks. And the whole thing just winds up cascading into this like a shitstorm. And so rather than dealing with that, we were like, okay, we'll turn it off for now. Still have the technology if it does have a moment to come back and we want to turn it back on. And, you know, if you're starting the sort of petition right now to say, bring streaming back to Zora, then, you know, if you're the first signature on it, I'll take it back to the product team and we'll see what we can do.
Well, I mean, I'm down, but I'll petition everyone to make sure to follow D from Zora and Late Night on Base, your boy Bill. We're live Monday through Thursday, noon PST. But yeah, bro, I just want to say, number one, again, I know we never met, but now we do, and I appreciate you for coming on. And just,
of course, bro. Thank you for having me.
View me as like a source, bro. Like, in case if there's new updates, keep me in mind, man. Like I said, my goal is to amplify the teams, the builders in the space, pushing it out there, because this place is so fucking hard to navigate if you're a new person. I don't even know where.
Oh, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Like, if I'm like if someone coming in, wouldn't even know where to start. I would just see a bunch of FUD and be like, all right, this industry's terrible. So you come on my show.
Well, no, you'd have to watch you, Thread, Ansem.
So many.
Yeah, like, it's like 4 or 5 people that you can really watch, you know.
Shout out to Thread. I'm basically a boomer Thread guy trying to. he's the dope guy, but hey, man, someone's got to take the 40 and over crowd.
Bro. Nah, you Gucci, bro. You Gucci. Yeah, own your lane, dog.
What's up, baby? Hey, Bill is here. Thread guy number 1. Hey, I'll take peanuts, but nah, bro. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Any last words you have for the community, the Zora community, Avax, wherever? Any last words?
I mean, to the Zora community, we're still here and we're still building for y'all. I really do mean that, and I really want you to know that. Throughout all of the ups and downs, we've never sort of wavered in our commitment to building high quality products for our community, and we're going to continue to do that for as long as we can continue to do that. We would love for you to show up and enjoy them and try them. We've got some stuff coming up in the next few weeks. It's going to be very exciting. Everybody, please stay tuned for that. Yes, Zora Agent is going to be getting better. Yes, we will continue to iterate on the CLI. I like to keep a living internet, and so that doesn't mean the whole thing is going to be only agents. I do think there's going to be a lot of cool weirdness of the overlap of agents and people together. And I'd love to come back on and talk about that once it's cooked up.
Brother, anytime you want to come on, I'd love to have you on. We're going to actually also cut up this portion, put it into a podcast on Spotify, and then by tomorrow, the day after, my team will have a couple clips, tag you, send it your way.
Gucci, bro.
The more people know what's going on. D, my friend, appreciate you, and thanks for coming on.
Anytime, Bill. Thank you, bro. Catch you later.
Appreciate it. All right, that is D from Zora. Man, this fucking stream blew up, bro. 5,000 plus. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Captain, the 40 and over crowd. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We need more 40-year-olds in this space, baby. The boomer Thread guy. That is what I'm going for. I even started getting grays in my fucking beard. My wife doesn't really care, so that's good. But damn, shit's my kids age me, baby. Anyways, listen. Appreciate everyone tuning in. I think that's the only guest we have for today. Let me see what's going on in the Avax community. Yeah, let's go, baby. If you guys haven't done so already, come on to the arena. I'm gonna start pushing there. Tell me about your thoughts on Hot Amin. Okay, first of all, Alex, shout out. If you're listening, Alex gonna talk about this. All right, so one thing I've been seeing about what's going on in Avax is this Hot Amin coin. The trenches are. I want to find, there's someone out there. I was asking, what are people looking on Avax? Because again, I'm new to Avax. I don't really know what people buy. I don't know anything. I just started hearing about the arena, like, I don't know, a couple days ago. and it's super cool. And my quant AZ Flynn has told me that it's more than just a streaming platform. You guys do everything. Dope. So I'm like, all right, what's hot on Avax? And all I see is this hot Amin coin. And I'm like, what is this? And it's funny meme. I think it means what, the founder? I don't know. He's jacked, or you guys made him jacked. I don't know. And it hasn't launched yet. So let's figure this out. I'm going to buy it. Like straight up, the attention that Avax has given this, I don't know who's deploying it. I don't know any of that nature. Someone in the Avax community was like, oh, bro, like memes are dead. I'm going to invest in fundamentals. And I'm just like, memes aren't going to be dead. And I think memes, especially on chains that have a strong community, it's a rallying cry. It's a way for everyone to kind of get together. And I think so far, from what I've seen, should be a banger. It absolutely should be a banger. And I think Avax, especially, because if you guys don't realize, on base in 2023 at launch, no one gave a shit. Literally no one gave a shit. You know when people started caring about it? It was the first run up for the memes in 2024. 2024 Q1, every meme exploded. And we're talking about like things that went from like nothing to 50 million, 60 million. What did that do? It created excitement for the chain. And so that driver is the value mechanism that comes onto the chain. People start bridging over when they start saying, oh my God, like this coin's up X amount, this coin's up. You know, we have Captain from AYB. He's on the stream. His coin did phenomenal. I see Avax having a run like that. I do. I feel once that happens, then you're going to have people bridge over or come over to Avax. And what happens is then they stay. And then you have rotations. And then people are going to be like, this is a dope chain. You just need to get people into the door. I think Hot Amin is going to be that thing from what I've seen. The attention, everything. If there's other things that you guys want to see, and shout out Alex, thank you for following me. If Avax and the foundation, one of the things I do like about Avax too is the foundation seems very active. Reminds me again, early days base when Jesse and team were very active. And I think Vo and them seem very much aligned with getting people on. Memes are going to run on Avax, man. And I'm going to find them, and I want to spot them, and I'm going to be talking about them, because late on base is not just about base, baby. It's about everything building on-chain apps, consumer apps, tech, in crypto and without crypto. So looking forward to that. But that's it, guys. I think we're going to end it. You do the stream Monday through Thursday. PST. Next week, we have a new month. If you guys are interested in coming on my show, you're building something good, go on my website. There's a form. We do have a pretty long wait list, but I'm always interested in talking to great teams, because again, at the end of the day, we need to get outside our little bubble. Can't just be the same people talking to each other. Otherwise, you have a circle jerk. So we come on, you're building, we bring distribution, we bring attention to projects, and we just get to know the founders on a deeper level. That's what we do at Late Down on Base. So yeah, until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Solid episode. I am, and thank you for D for coming on. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back on Monday with a new sponsor. Looking forward to that for the month of June. Very excited for the new sponsor. Have more information on that too. All right, guys, enjoy the day. Your boy Bill is out. Peace.